Right now, emergency crews are on scene of a deadly accident in central Lubbock. We are headed now to Joshua Ramirez as he joins us live with new information. Josh, what are police telling you this morning?
Yeah, Angie, we're here near the intersection of 50th and I-27 where that crash happened early this morning. One person dead, a pedestrian, we're told, hit by an 18-wheeler here on I-27. LPD responding to that crash around 3:17 this morning. The 18-wheeler that is actually in question involved still here parked on the interstate. We saw a state trooper out here investigating this truck, looking at it. They were doing their inspection of this vehicle, and then the northbound lanes right now where this car or this crash happened shut down. They're shut down for all northbound traffic, and that is actually starting at the 50th Street exit. So at the 50th Street exit, all northbound traffic being forced off of the interstate onto this access road here, and they're going back, or they're going across 50th and then back onto the interstate farther north. But still, northbound traffic here on the interstate definitely going to be delayed and disrupted this morning for anyone who is driving in the area. Again, one person, a pedestrian, killed in this crash, pronounced dead on scene. We have not heard the name of that person involved. We also don't know exactly what led up to this crash, if that pedestrian was possibly crossing over the interstate or walking along the interstate last night, or early this morning, excuse me, when they were hit. All information we're going to be hoping to get from the Lubbock Police Department as the day goes on and more information does get released. Again, the name of that person also still not released yet, but we will bring any updates we get on air and online as we get them. Angie.
Absolutely. Thank you, Josh.